Hare Krishna, good morning and welcome all of you all for today morning's Bhagavad Gita come Bhagavatam class. So we are starting a new series of stories from the Bhagavatam. And what learnings do we get from these stories? It's actually a way of understanding the Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam both are complementary to each other. Bhagavad Gita is called as a law book, and Bhagavatam is called as a law journal, where we see how the law has been applied in the various leelas of the Lord, in the various yugas, by various devotees. Bhagavatam is basically a book on various devotees, how they have achieved the perfection in devotion with their loving service to Lord. So today we will be discussing about the Samudra Manthan Leela, the churning of the milk ocean. How many of you all are aware of this milk ocean churning story? I would request once again, this is the last time, I'm requesting all of you all to switch on your videos. It will be very difficult for me to take a class without switching on the videos. Yes, so Raghav has heard about the Samudra Manthan Leela. Who else have heard? Okay, Mudit, Rita Kishori Mataji has heard, Vandana Upadhyay has heard, and Shivdat has heard. Fine. Ria has also heard. Great. Okay, so we are going to listen to the story. Why did the Samudra Manthan Leela happen? Yes, Raghav, you can tell me this, I'm sure. What is the purpose behind it? You can take the help of your elder brother, not a problem. Madhav, can you tell me why does the Samudra Manthan Leela happen? Okay. Ria, can you tell me why did the Samudra Manthan Leela happen?
Prabhuji, because like that.
Prabhuji, the churning of the milk
Ah,
ocean was no. The churning of the milk ocean happened because the demigods needed Amrita for
acha.
immortality.
Okay. He needed Amrita. Okay. Yes, Ria, what would you like to add to that?
Prabhuji, because the demons were troubling the
Demons are troubling.
demigods for Amrit, like because they wanted.
Okay, very good. Yes, Mudit.
Prabhuji, because the sea or the ocean had a lot of goods,
Hmm.
in terms of even Lakshmi ji was in समा गई थी ocean में,
Hmm.
and
वो क्यों
the
समा गई थी ओशन में, क्यों समा गई थी?
because she had a probable, I'm not very sure, she had a probable tiff with Vishnu ji, and वो अपने मायके जा रही थी बोल के she went to the ocean. So there were different purposes because Vishnu ji wanted his wife back. There was Amrit,
Hmm.
then even the poison came out, the
Hmm.
elephant, everything like ocean
Very good.
में सब
Very
कुछ
nice. हाँ
तो
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
to
There's some signal
everything
problem.
to basically to yes, Prabhuji, I have a little bad network. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now it's better. Tell me.
Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Now it's better.
So
Tell me.
for for churning out everything from the ocean, that was the main purpose of churning the ocean
Okay.
and getting it back. So Lakshmi
Getting
ji
all the stuff.
made
Mother, it was
everything.
like excavating things out. Right?
Kind of. My point of view.
Okay. Yes, anybody would like to add? Darshan, have you heard the story? Darshan Prabhu, have you heard the Samudra Manthan Leela? Oh,
Prabhuji, I have heard, but don't know
hmm.
exactly how, why it was and all.
What it was
I am
and why
on
it
bike and
was.
sorry for the late start.
Okay. Okay. All are in transcendental mode. Very good. Keep it up. Yes. Now I would like Priya Singh Mataji to explain to me why did the Samudra Manthan Leela happen?
Um, Prabhuji, don't know exactly, but one thing is that Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma were tested that who is the real god, and that way Lakshmi ji left Vishnu, and one of the reason was that people wanted Lakshmi back, so that one, and
Very
uh,
nice, very
god,
nice.
god and
मतलब
demigods
भगवान
wanted
को
a
अपनी पत्नी की बहुत चिंता पड़ी थी, इसके लिए उन्होंने समुद्र मंथन करवाया.
no, Prabhuji, sir.
Okay, fine, no problem. Let's understand the story from the beginning, from the very beginning of it. Yes, Ria, you wanted to add something before I forget?
No,
No, okay. Achha, by the way, let's have one opinion poll before we go ahead. How many people say कि अमृत के लिए समुद्र मंथन लीला किया गया था?
May I?
हाँ, 1 minute. Let me first take the opinion poll, then I'll take your poll. One Rekha Mataji, Ragini, Ria, Nikita Gupta. 4 people think that are saying because it was done. Very nice. Rest of the people are not thinking only, I think. No problem. No tension to the head at all. No trouble.
Prabhuji,
Okay.
everyone
One minute,
had
one
their
minute.
own different incentive.
Uh-huh. What did you say? Please
Everyone
repeat.
had their own different incentive.
Everyone had his own different intentions. Okay, fine. Yes, Rajesh Rora Prabhu. Now you may add.
Prabhuji, mainly it was done because of the Amrit, because वो असुर
Hmm.
लोग देवताओं पे भारी पड़ रहे थे.
Hmm.
उनका उनके गुरु के पास कोई मंत्र था जिससे वो लोग फिर जिंदा हो जाते थे.
Hmm.
एंड देवताओं को इक्वल बनाने के लिए या उनसे पावरफुल बनाने के लिए फॉर द अमृत दिस लीला वाज डन. That was the main purpose of this leela.
Okay. Is anybody else wants to add?
yes, Prabhuji, that's why only because of Amrit, because Lord had become that woman to take the Amrit, to attract the demon.
Okay. Very good. Yes. Anybody else? Yes. Priya Singh wants to add something. Yes.
प्रभु जी मैंने जो पहले कहा था ऐड टू दैट कि देवता और सभी जो है वो श्रीहीन हो गए थे, तो दैट इज वेंट टू विष्णु टू आस्क फॉर.
Very nice. Very nice. The problem with our Sanatan Dharma is people start from the place where they don't understand. The problem with our Sanatan Dharma is हम लोग पूरा जानकारी लेना नहीं चाहते हैं. Let's understand the story from the beginning. Once, Durvasa Muni was coming from Vaikuntha Loka, and on the way, he saw Indra. Indra was sitting on his Airavat, and Durvasa Muni को देखते ही Indra said, "अरे बाबा, ये तो angry young man आ गया है. हमारे शास्त्र के angry young man है." Durvasa Muni is called as very angry, क्रोधित, कोपित ऋषि मुनि है. Always, कुछ भी थोड़ा गलती हो गया, he will immediately curse. He was very angry. So he is always in anger. So he said, wondering what this fellow is up to. But that day, Durvasa Muni was in a nice mood. He was wearing a nice flower garland. He removed that garland and gave it to Indradev. But Indra was so puffed up with his opulence. He was thinking, yeah, what is this? Garland. I am the king of heavenly planets. I got the best flowers, the best food, the best things, everything the best available with me. Why should I have this flower garland, that too from a small rishi like Durvasa? But he said, Jane de, I should not fight with him. Kahin shrap vaap de diya to. So he said he didn't want to confront him. So he kept that garland on his head. And the minute Durvasa Muni went ahead, he removed the garland and put it in the head of his elephant Airavat. And to add to the fury of it, Airavat removed that garland and crushed it under his feet. When Durvasa Muni came to know about it, he was very angry. He came to know What was the reason why Indra behaved like that? Indra was too proud about his possessions, about his power and post. Immediately, Durvasa Muni said, okay, you are so proud because you have got all this power, post, money, and everything. I curse you that you get bereft of all your opulences. And yes, as Priya Singh Mataji added in the beginning, yes, another addition was that Bhrigu story happened, by which when Bhrigu kicked Vishnu on the chest, Vakshasthal of Vishnu, Shri got very angry. Shri means Lakshmi Devi became very angry because Lakshmi Devi stays in the heart, in the bosom of the Lord. And the Lord, she said, I am staying there. He has kicked you at that place. So he's insulted me. And indirectly from that day, it is said that Brahmanas will always be poor. They will never be rich. That was a श्राप given. That's why it is said, हमेशा कहानी शुरू कैसे होती है? एक गांव में एक गरीब ब्राह्मण रहता था. Always you say any story starts with that tone. Why? Because of this shrapa, this curse of Shriji, and she went into the sea. So yes, as she said, one of the multiple. See, Lord is famous in doing multitasking. We people think with a smart tone phone we can do some multitasking, but Lord is a super multitasker. He does fantastic multitasking very nicely. So what he did? He said, ठीक है, पत्नी भी आ जाएगी और साथ में कुछ और लीलाएं भी हो जाएगी. So the minute Durvasa Muni cursed, Indra and the Devatas were bereft of all their opulences. They were routed out by the demons and they all went into the shelter of Brahmaji. Brahmaji said, yes, this matter is beyond my jurisdiction. Let's go to Shivji. And Shivji said, even it's not beyond my jurisdiction. Let's go to Vishnu. So they went to the Shir Sagar. And Bhagavatam says very nicely how Lord appeared before the demigods. It is said Lord was so effulgent that none of the demigods could see the Lord. It's like some, like when we are on the road, headlight comes straight on your face, you can't see anything. It's like so glaring it was that none of the demigods could see Lord. Only what could be seen was the effulgence. So before we go ahead with the story, what do we learn from this first part of the story? Now that the demigods were bereft, and what do we learn? Yes, speak. Mudit, you can speak. You raised your hand.
Prabhuji, yeah, can you hear me?
A little louder, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, we understand that demigods always mess up and Bhagwan ke paas jaate hain to
Yes,
get
very good.
everything
That's
back.
one of the understandings. Very good. You're right. But there is a bigger understanding to this. There is something called Vaishnav Aparad. You all must have never come across this terminology before, especially the Sunday group people. Whenever one person does Vaishnav Aparad, Durvasa Muni was a great devotee, and Durvasa Muni को इन्होंने insult किया. हमारे इंद्र ने insult किया. And all demigods are, mind you, living entities only. They are not some supernatural personalities. They may be having some opulence and some mystic powers, but other than that, they are not some people. They were very much in the material world. So what happens is, whenever a person does a Vaishnava Aparad, he has to face the consequences of it. And Vaishnava Aparad is the most dangerous thing in a Vaishnava's life or in a devotee's life. What is Vaishnava Aparad in a simple way? When you insult or You do not care for another Vaishnav and you give pain to his heart. He is doing with a good intention, but you are giving pain to his heart. That is Vaishnava Aparad. And with Vaishnava Aparad, one gets uprooted from the very path of devotion service. I will give you another example from Ramayana how Vaishnava Aparad is so dangerous. How many of you all know the story of Vali and Sugriv? You know, wherein when Sugriv goes to fight with Vali, and first time Ramchandraji is not able to identify who is Vali and who is Sugriv, and सुग्रीव की अच्छी पिटाई हो जाती है. Is it possible? भगवान से ये ऐसा possible है क्या? Lord not able to identify who it is. So how come this Leela happened? Can anyone tell me this? Yes. कितने लोगों ने रामायण सुना है? Yes, Tanvita Mataji, you have heard Ramayana, right? You heard the Ramayana series?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, now you can answer.
I don't remember it.
How come Sugriv got such a bad beating from Vali and Krishna and Ramchandraji was coolly watching him get the beating? When he is Lord, Lord cannot identify who is whom. Something hard to digest, right? Yes, Nikita Balsara Mataji. Yes, Mataji, speak. बोलिए Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
When Hanuman had taken Lord Rama and Lakshman to Sugriv, at that time Sugriv had greeted and given seat to Lord Rama, but not to Lord Lakshman.
Yes.
So that was a Vaishnava Aparad that was done by Sugriv. That's why he was beaten up.
So you got a good memory, huh?
Thank you.
Still remember from the Ram Katha, you remember this. Good, very nice. So all should remember this is a very important Vaishnava Aparad. If when Ramchandraji saw that Ramchandraji was being offered a seat by Sugriv, when जंगल में जब रामचंद्र जी और लक्ष्मण जी जा रहे थे सीता मैया के खोज में, at that time Sugriv and Hanuman, they were thinking, who are these two people? Has Vali sent them to kill me? At that time, finally Hanumanji greets Ramchandraji and gets him to Sugriv. At that time, they didn't have a seat. They were not having a chair and table and all those things, conference room and all that. So where did they have to sit? They had to sit on the branch of a tree. So Sugriv was already sitting on a broken branch of a tree. So he broke one more branch and offered it to Ramchandraji, and Ramchandraji sat. But he did not offer a seat to Lakshmana, Shesha or Balram. When Hanumanji saw this, he broke a branch of tree from a tree and gave it to Lakshmanji for him to sit. So this was treated as a Vaishnava Aparad. Lord can, forgive an aparad done on him, but he cannot forgive an aparad done on his devotees. And this aparad can devastate your life horribly. That is the reason why Ramchandraji behaved as if he could not identify and allowed Sugriv to get a nice beating from Vali. And then he said, next time you go and wear a garland and go and I will kill him correctly. That was just first was a trial to make him understand that you have done a big mistake by not offering seat to Lord Lakshmana. So in this way, we have to understand Vaishnava Aparad is the most dangerous thing one can ever deal with in devotion life. I'm telling you, I have personally seen. You may say, Prabhuji, these are all stories from the kathas, from the Bhagavatam and Ramayana. In today's date, does it happen? Yes, very much it happens in today's date also. I personally have seen such examples, some situations like that, wherein people have done Vaishnava Aparad and they have suffered for it. N number of times they have suffered for it. So we never know who is in what level of devotion. So never perform a Vaishnava Aparadh. It can uproot your entire devotion. Devotion is like a bhakti lata or a creeper. And it is said, Shastra says, Brahmand Brahmite kaun bhagyavan jeev, Guru Krishna Prasad paye bhakti lata beech. Who is the most fortunate person in the Brahmand, the whole universe? Brahmand Brahmite. We all Brahman kar rahe hain hum log Brahmand mein. Brahman means we are circulating in the entire Brahmanda. Sometimes as a small, inconspicuous insect, bacteria, or sometimes as a big, giant mammoth elephant. So might be in a human species, might be in animal species, might be in a Gandharva, Kinnara, Yaksha, any n number of species. We are all circulating. So what does this mean? Brahmanda Brahmite, Kon Bhagyavan Jeev? Who is that lucky Bhagyavan? So, Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasad paye Bhakti Lata Beej. Who gets Guru? And through mercy of Guru, he gets Krishna. And Guru and Krishna both can give. What can they give to God, to the Jiva? They can give him a Bhakti Lata Beej. Bhakti means devotion. Lata means creeper. Creeper means अभी हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं? आई डोंट नो.
लता प्रभु.
लता ही कहते हैं ना. तो लता means it cannot stand of its own. It needs a support or some rod or grill or something, some tree or something. Here it is said this creeper of devotion takes support from the Guru and it grows. So it is a Bhakti Lata Beej. Seed is given by the Guru and the Lord. And with that, one has to water that seed. And then the Bhakti Lata or the Bhakti creeper grows. But while growing, there is always a danger. जब एक पौधा बहुत छोटा होता है तो डेंजर क्या होता है? कभी कोई आके उस पे कुचल के ना चला जाए, कोई पेड़ कीड़े ना लग जाए. So a number of possibilities that the plant can get spoiled. Similarly, this Bhakti Lata is very important and it has to be taken care of. And the most important thing you have to take care of is Vaishnava Aparadh. If one Vaishnava Aparadh happens, the entire Bhakti Lata can be literally uprooted, and creepers are very tender. It can break very easily. And you have to always water this Bhakti Lata creeper by what? By Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaranam, Padastevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. The 9 process of devotion service. With the 9 process of devotion service only, we can water our devotional creeper. So going ahead with the story, Vaishnava Aparadh can lead to such a big disaster that you are left nowhere. घर बार पैसा दौलत सब कुछ छिन गया इंद्रदेव का और पहुंच गए भगवान के पास मांगने. भगवान भी एफुलजेंस दिखा रहे हैं और दिख नहीं रहे देवताओं को. What is the reason for this? Can anyone tell me? What is the problem? Lord is so shining. 1000-watt halogen bulb की तरह है क्या? What's the problem? Why Lord is not able to be seen? Yes, Priya Singh Mataji.
Prabhuji, Indra have
Little louder.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, audible है, but बहुत आपका आवाज बहुत ऐसा लग रहा है 2 दिन से खाना नहीं खाया.
Prabhuji, is it fine now?
Yeah, now it is a little better. Yeah.
Okay. Prabhuji, Indra have gone to the Lord not for seeing Lord or anything. He have gone there for the energies of the Lord.
Right.
So that is why he is
very nice. Perfect answer. Indra has gone to meet the Lord for some personal gain. फायदे के लिए गया है, ना कि भक्ति से भगवान को मिलने गया. He has not gone to God to see the Lord with some devotion in his heart. Such people, Lord doesn't show himself out. Lord says, Naham prakashya sarvasya yoga maya samavritam mudo na abhijananti loko mam ajam apyayam. Naham prakashya sarvasya. I do not show myself to everyone. मैं सबको अपने आप को I don't disclose myself to everyone. Why? Yoga maya samavritam. Avritam means to cover. Completely cover myself with my yoga maya. तो ये लोग भगवान के सामने खड़े हैं, but they can't see the Lord because Lord is only emanating light, such of dazzling light that they are not able to see. And Indra and the demigods are asking, solution. What was the best solution for this situation? What was the best solution they should have asked for? Yes, Shivdat, what do you think the best solution they should have asked for?
Prabhuji?
Huh? Unmute yourself.
Okay.
Huh? Are you muting yourself again and again?
प्रभुजी थोड़ा नेट का इशू.
आंसर मालूम है या?
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है.
हाँ तो बोलो आंसर तो बोलो. आंसर
प्रभुजी इसलिए कहते जाना चाहिए था, मतलब माफी मांग सकते थे ऐसा कुछ.
माफी मांग. Very nice. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, seniors can try. Rajesh Rora Prabhu. Rajesh Rora Prabhu.
Prabhuji, one sec. Prabhuji, please. I was busy with something else. What was it? Just tell me. I'll reply.
ठीक है, no problem.
No, I was just making the account for you. Please.
No problem. Okay. Who else can answer me this question?
Prabhuji, question bolo na khali.
What was the simplest solution Indra could have opted out for when he went to meet the Lord? Shivdat gave a very nice answer. They could have asked forgiveness from Durvasa Muni. Very nice. Something else? Anything else anybody would like to add?
Prabhuji, maybe an opportunity to do devotional service and directly free from material existence. So
yes, simple, perfect answer. Raghav is giving perfect answer. Who gave Raghav?
Prabhuji, Madhav.
Oh, it's Madhav. If you all switch off your videos, I am not an antaryami, my dear. You all are keeping your videos switched off. I don't know, doing makeup or what, I don't know. All of you keep your videos on. Well answered, Madhav. Yes. The simplest solution to all the problems was they could have asked, please take us out from this cycle of birth and death. As long as you're going to be here, these type of problems you're going to face again and again and again and again. But what are we interested? 2 रुपए का अगरबत्ती दिखा के भगवान खुशे 2 करोड़ का माल चाहते हैं, है कि नहीं? मगर हम लोग भगवान से ये नहीं प्रार्थना करते हैं, प्लीज शो अस अ वे टू गेट आउट ऑफ द साइकिल ऑफ बर्थ एंड डेथ. बट वी आर बिजी सेइंग प्रॉब्लम ये सॉल्व कर दो बस, बाद में मैं सुखी रहूंगा. अरे इवन देवतास आर इन द मोस्ट अनहैप्पीएस्ट कंडीशन. So devatas also have to understand that, yes, that's why Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Brahma bhuna loka punarvartantitino Arjuna mam upetitu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. What does this mean? Brahma bhuna loka, from Brahma loka to the lowest planetary system, there is only one thing, punarvartantino, repeated birth and repeated death. Raghav, you had said in the starting that they wanted Amrit. Amrit पीने से क्या होने वाला है? अमृत पीने से क्या होने वाला है?
वो मरेंगे नहीं.
मरेंगे नहीं. Very nice. और बाकी anything else? Nikita answered right. Nikita said right. हम मरेंगे नहीं.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, very nice. Yeah. Just tell me, Raghav. Yes, Raghav Madhav, who's
Prabhuji,
speaking? Bolo.
Prabhuji, me, Raghav.
Hmm.
Prabhuji don't like age or like get weak because of aging and all if they drink Amrit.
Hmm. Very good. Actually, you know, only fools think of this. You as a soul, when are you going to die? Tell me that. आत्मा कभी मरती है क्या?
No.
तो ऑलरेडी आप तो अमर हो ना. आप अमर हैं कि नहीं है? नैनम जंजंति शस्त्राणि नैनम दहति पावका न च क्लेयोदंति आपो न सौसति मारुता. What does this mean? The soul cannot be cut, the soul cannot be withered, the soul can never be dried, it can never be burnt. What does this mean? As it is, we all are immortal. What is dying is this body. So Amrit पीने से क्या होने वाला है? The longevity of this body increases. That's all. And why do people want to increase the longevity of this body? Because you want to do sense gratification. ऐसा नहीं लगता है कई बार पार्टी में जाने के बाद ये पार्टी चलती रहे खत्म ना हो जाए? होता है ना? कई बार वेकेशन स्टार्ट होते हैं तो अच्छा लगता है. जब वेकेशन के लास्ट 4 दिन बचे हैं तो कैसा लगता है? अरे 2 दिन के बाद वापस वही स्कूल, वही टीचर, वही होमवर्क, वही क्लास वर्क. True or false? Tell me. Forget about all that. I mean, okay, nowadays that Corona has put us, everyone is out of gear. But even on Saturdays, on Friday nights, how you feel? Saturday, Sundays off? अरे वाह, 2 दिन अभी मजा है, शांति. संडे को आराम से उठेंगे, है ना मुदित? मुदित, are you there? Even if he's there, he doesn't want to answer, I suppose. So everyone, yes. So am I right now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So when are you going to change?
Actually got very late last night.
Oh, very good. Demons sleep late. You know that, no?
I know. I actually. Yeah,
Demons are
super
awake
late.
late night. Till late night, if someone is awake, he should consider himself as a good demon, huh? Sophisticated demon.
क्या बोले प्रभुजी?
Pant shirt wala demon. You have to make sure on Sunday mornings you are out of the bed by 6. Sleep in the afternoon, not a problem. Sleep 1 hour after in the afternoon, not an issue. But you see to that you go to bed before 12. 12 to 6, 6 hours sleep is more than enough, and that will keep you in a human form of life.
I'm trying to get there, but last night that wouldn't be possible.
You have to make it possible because finally it's in your hands, Prabhu. It's in no one's hand. No one is going to sing a lullaby for you to make you go to bed. You're big enough that you have to take care of yourself. So, coming back to our topic, we are all are immortal. By any way, by any chance, we all are immortal. 1 second. Sorry, my battery was getting low. I had to put it on charging. So, anyhow, we are all trying to increase the longevity of this life so that we can do a lot of sense gratification. But what is the use? How longer you stay, more the problems you're going to face. How many times the demons have defeated the Devatas, and every time Devatas have gone to Vishnu, every time Vishnu has helped them, again, same. Again, they win, they enjoy for some days, again some demon comes, again trouble, again they run, go to Vishnu, and again Vishnu has to help them. What's this? Still they have not realized. How many of you are really troubled by these problems? corona problem, job problem, studies problem, education problem, various type of relation problem, money problem, and number of problems people have got. What is the reason? What is the purpose? What is the main purpose God is giving us so many problems? Yes, Ragini Mata, you get problems. What is the reason you think is the cause of the problems?
Prabhuji, so that we can realize that this is Dukhalaya and we can get out of it.
Have you realized it now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So why are you saying 12 rounds is difficult? If you have really realized it, the other things should be difficult. This should not be difficult. This should be easy now, because this is the only solution. When you are eating some medicine, tastes bitter, but when it's for your own betterment, it will take you out from the problem. You can eat the medicine happily, though it is bitter in taste. And this medicine is not at all bitter. Many people come and tell me, Prabhuji, devotion service, chanting, what are you telling us? Asking us to hold the mala and chant. Whole day we got so much of work. The problem is not with the medicine. If you have jaundice, it is a analogy given in the Shastra. If you have jaundice, अगर आपको गन्ने का जूस भी पिलाया जाए ना, आपको कड़वा लगेगा. तो क्या गन्ने का जूस कड़वा है? नहीं. The problem is your tongue is tasting bitter because of your diseased condition. But for you, it is the only solution is you continue taking the same medicine. Same ganne ka juice, sugarcane juice is your medicine, and you are having jaundice, keep taking that medicine. One day or the other, you will realize, Arey, now it's very tasty. That means what? Your disease has got cured. Are you getting the point, Mataji? So the problem is not in the medicine. The problem is we are in a diseased condition. Like if we are having cataract, हमको ठीक से दिखेगा नहीं. तो गलती और किधर है? हमारे आंख में. If you repair your eyes, you can see properly. Similarly, we have to understand that all the problems we all are receiving, I can tell you all, including myself, all of us who are sitting in this class are having some problem or the other. The problem may be different to person, but it is there. But what is the reason of the problems? Why Lord is giving these problems? The reason is Lord wants us to realize, Arey, this is a Dukhalaya. Let me get out of this place. Let's say, Shivdat, if I come to your house, suppose some useless person, faltu person comes to your house. How will you make him feel when he sits for a long time? How will you make him feel? Wanted or unwanted?
Prabhuji, can you repeat?
I said, if someone unwanted, disliking person comes to your house, what will you do with that person? उसको भगाओगे या उसको बिठाओगे?
Prabhuji, once more. Prabhuji, वापस बोलो ना, सुनाई नहीं दिया.
अरे कितना बार बोलूं?
अभी
डाउट हो रहा है मैं आपके घर. अच्छा, अगर आपके घर पे कोई ऐसा व्यक्ति आ जाए जो आपको पसंद नहीं हो और आप नहीं चाहते हो व्यक्ति वहां ज्यादा देर टिके, तो आप क्या करोगे?
ऐसे करके मतलब
कुछ ना कुछ बहाना करके उसको भगाओगे ना. कुछ ना कुछ बहाना करके उसको भगाने का कोशिश करोगे ना. उसको तकलीफ दोगे. You will not keep him in a pleasant condition. You will keep him in an unpleasant condition, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
कॉमन सेंस, सीधी बात है. हाँ प्रभु, बस आज खाना नहीं बनने वाला है, आज मेरे घर पे उपवास है, ऐसा सब बोलेगा ना उसको, ताकि वो भूखे मारे भाग जाए यहाँ से. आज हमारे घर पे गिन के खाना बनाया है, एक्स्ट्रा खाना नहीं बनाया है, हम लोग ने 1 महीना के लिए व्रत लिया है, किसी को भी एक्स्ट्रा आदमी को खाना नहीं खिलाएंगे, ऐसा कुछ बोलोगे ना. और उसको भगाओगे. यही तो महामाया भी कर रही है. Maya is also doing the same things. It is giving us various problems. किसी को financial, किसी को health, किसी को what do you say, relation problems. कोई ना कोई problem दे के making you feel disgusted in this material world. But in this material world, you are getting happy. यार मजा आ रहा है, let me stay, let me stay. कभी ना कभी तो सॉल्व हो जाएगा, then I will live happily. ऊपर दूसरों को भी बोलते हैं, जैसा बच्चा जब छोटा रहता, बेटा एक बार एसएससी पास कर ले, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. जब एसएससी पास करता, बस अभी 12th कर ले, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. बोला कभी ग्रेजुएशन बन जा, फिर तो मजा है, मजा है. फिर बोलेगा नहीं नहीं नहीं, आपको मुझे पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो लड़की नहीं मिलेगी. ठीक है, तो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन करेगा, फिर अभी नौकरी ढूंढ ले, नहीं तो लड़की नहीं मिलेगी. तो वो सोच रहा है कि कभी ना कभी से लड़की से शादी करूंगा, सुखी बनूंगा. इसके लिए वो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन भी कर रहा है, नौकरी भी ढूंढ रहा है, नौकरी भी कर रहा है, और उसके बाद जिंदगी में एक शादी हो जाती है. स्पेसिफिकली बोल रहा हूँ, एक शादी हो जाती है. आजकल के जमाने का बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं. एक शादी हो जाती है, वो भी भगवान बोलते हैं एक बार कर ले काफी है, बार बार करने के लिए आज लोग बैठे हैं. So foolish. Never do the time, get the time for self-realization. And then after that, what? What do they do? You have to progress in life. Lifelong. Now I'm married, I have to get a house, I have to take care of the children. I'll be happy that time. I'll be happy that time. And that happiness never reaches, because that happiness doesn't exist here. Lord doesn't want to give you happiness. Lord says, this is not a nice place. Please come back to me. But we are happy in enjoying this place. This is why Lord is giving problems. So Prabhupada gives you a problem. Even if you become a demigod, कल अगर शिवदत्त असली में ब्रह्मा जी भी बन गए, आपने सॉरी असली में आप इंद्र देवता भी बन गए, तो भी समझ लेना प्रॉब्लम्स आपका पीछा नहीं छोड़ेंगी. So in this way, without this realization that they should get out of the material life, they were all begging from Vishnu. And Vishnu in his effulgence came and told, don't worry, I will get the Samudra Manthan done. But what did he tell? Very important thing. He said, अब तुम्हारा समय ठीक नहीं है, तुम लोग ने बड़ा वैष्णव अपराध किया है, जिसकी सजा तुमको भुगतना है. अब श्री आपके जिंदगी से चली गई है. कई बार हम देखते हैं अमीर आदमी सडनली भिखारी हो जाता है, ज्ञानी अपना ज्ञान खो देता है. उसका कारण क्या है? अपराध. एंड फाइनली ही सेड, अब क्योंकि आपका टाइम खराब नहीं है, एक काम करो, समुद्र मंथन करने के लिए पहले आप लोगों को जाके असुरों के साथ दोस्ती करनी पड़ेगी. यू हैव टू मेक फ्रेंडशिप विद द asuras. Is it the first time it has happened in the world? And the last time happened? Politically we all see Mahagathbandhan, no? What is Mahagathbandhan? यही तो है महागठबंधन. सब एक मिल जाते हैं. क्यों? एक फोकस से, अमृत निकालने की फोकस से, अमृत पाने के फोकस से. when everyone unites with one another, and भले उनका डिफरेंसेस, अंदर डिफरेंसेस खूब हो, but with a purpose, मतलब से, with a selfish motto, when they become one, that means what? This is a temporary alliance. And we see political alliances now and when happening, and now and when breaking also. So this is Mahagathbandhan of the first Mahagathbandhan ever done. अभी तो रोज हो रही है, पार्टीज अलायंसेस हो रही है. So finally decision was taken. So they went and approached Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj was in charge for the Asura section. So Bali Maharaj was asked, what do we do? How do we get nectar? See, we want to get nectar from this thing, and we both can share, benefits shared. महागठबंधन में भी वैसे होता ना, बेनिफिट्स शेयर होना चाहिए. ये पोस्ट तेरा तो ये पोस्ट मेरा. तो यहाँ पे क्या था, कुछ चीज, बहुत सारी चीजें मिलेगी समुद्र मंथन में. कुछ तुम रख लो, कुछ हम रख ले. ठीक है. बलि महाराज ऑल्सो वॉज असुरा बुद्धि. And when there is personal benefit, everyone is ready to go ahead with that activity. Finally, they all decided, now we will do Samudra Manthan. अब समुद्र मंथन करने के लिए किससे करेंगे मंथन? समुद्र, बड़ा समुद्र है, उसको मंथन करना है. So they decided they will get Mandrachal Parvat, and with Mandrachal Parvat as the churning rod, जैसे मथने के लिए बीच में वो मथानी होती है ना, और फिर मथानी के साथ यू नीड द रोप. तो कैसे रोप से करेंगे? बोलेंगे वासुकी नाग को लेंगे. इट्स सपोज टू बी द बिगेस्ट स्नेक. तो वासुकी नाग लेके आएंगे और उसमें से हम लोग समुद्र मंथन करेंगे. So they both started doing Samudra Manthan. So that was planning. So they all, Asuras and Devatas, both went and both started uprooting the Mandrachal Parvat. Mandrachal Parvat is supposed to be billions and trillions of yojan high. And it is a mountain made of gold. तो उसका वेट कितना होगा? उठाना आसान नहीं है, बट दोनों को ईगो ज्यादा है ना. See, Lord wants to teach the Devatas and the Asuras at each and every step. He could have solved the problem in 1 second, but he didn't do that. He wanted to teach them in each and every step. So what did he do? Lord said, okay, get the Mandrachal Parvat, carry it to the Shir Sagar. So when they went to get the Mandrachal Parvat, they're trying to lift the Mandrachal Parvat. First the Devata said, we are Devatas, demigods. हम उठा लेंगे. They went, they tried. They could not lift it for an inch also. Then the Asura said, what you will do? तुम लोग तो यार ठीक से नॉनवेज भी नहीं खाते हो. नॉनवेज खाने से प्रोटीन बनता है. हम लोग नॉनवेज खाते हैं, ऑनियन गार्लिक खाते हैं, हम लोग अंडा खाते हैं. कितना स्ट्रेंथ हम लोग. देखो now you will see, you will just see us lift the Mandrachal Parvat like that. But they tried, but they could also not lift it. So finally जो बोलते हैं ना, वक्त आने पे गधे को भी बाप बनाना पड़ता है. Old saying is there. दोनों एक दूसरे को हाँ हाँ चलो चलो मिलके करते हैं. So both the Asuras and the Devatas jointly lifted the Mandrachal Parvat. Hardly they could lift it, and below the few Devatas and Asuras had gone to hold it from center, and suddenly the mountain became so heavy that it crushed all the Asuras and Devatas under them. What does this reflect? Your food may be sattvic, but your thinking will have to be made sattvic along just with your food. So first thing you have to correct is your food, but along with your food, you have to correct your thinking also. The thinking process should be like that of a devotee. एक भक्त की तरह सोच होनी चाहिए आपकी. Finally, Lord came and saw both Devatas and Asur crushed under the Mandrachal Parvat. So immediately Lord just glanced on them and all came back to life. But the problem was, अब कैसे लेके जाएं मंदराचल पर्वत को? Lord had come on this Garuda. So Lord just lifted the Parvat in his one hand, just showing how powerful he is compared to the Devatas and Asuras in joint Mahagadabandhan also. They cannot lift it, but Lord can lift it. And he just lifted the mountain with one hand and kept it on the Garuda. And he sat on the Garuda and Garuda carried him. So is lifting of the mountain something great for the Lord? आचार्य से भगवान को जब भी बोर हो जाते हैं ऐसे ऐसे पहाड़ उठाते हैं, चाहे वो मंदराचल पर्वत हो या गोवर्धन का पर्वत हो. Lord had lifted the Govardhan Leela also, no? Gadnanda Govardhan Leela by lifting the Govardhan hill also. But so Lord lifting is not great. What is great is how could Garuda carry that person and the mountain together on his back? Is it not something थिंकिंग, सोचने लायक है कि नहीं? पर्वत को उठाया, ठीक है, भगवान तो पर्वत उठाते ही हैं, गोवर्धन उठाया, वहां पे मंदराचल उठाया, ठीक है, वो तो भगवान है, वो नहीं करेंगे तो कौन उठाएंगे? मगर पर्वत और भगवान दोनों को उठाने वाला गरुड़ कौन है? What is so great about it? It is said Garuda is like Chandomaya Prabhu. Chando means he is Vedas personified. What is the meaning of Vedas personified? Vedas has the capacity to carry the Lord. In fact, a person who reads the Vedas should understand who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. लोग वेदों में नो बड़े गुरु बन जाते हैं, अच्छी तरह से पढ़ लेते हैं, they are able to by heart the Vedas and all that, but without the understanding. What is the use of all the reading all the Vedas but not understanding the purpose of it? Whereas Garuda was smart. He is representing the Vedas. So it is said the Vedas are meant to lift not only this material weight, but also make us understand and carry the Lord to us. So with this, the mountain was carried and brought to the Shir Sagar. And the minute it was kept, now the next question is, who is going to do the churning of the milk ocean? So churning of the milk ocean करने के लिए रस्सी तो चाहिए ना, अभी तो बाहर तो आ गया. Immediately Vasuki was bought. Vasuki said, मैं नहीं आऊंगा, मैं क्यों मेहनत करूं, मुझे क्या फायदा? After all, incentive oriented world है ना ये. It's not that, something great management skill nahi hai. Don't think giving incentive and getting work done is some great management skill of today. It's an old management skill. The Devatas and the Asurs said, okay, we'll give a portion of nectar to you also. Vasuki was neither a Devata, neither a Asura. But what did they say? तुझे भी एक भाग दे देंगे, जैसे हर महागठबंधन में होता है, तुझे भी एक सीट दे देता हूँ, तू भी आजा, हम लोग का मदद कर. और वो भी अपने लालच में हाँ बोल देता है. तो वैसे Vasuki also said, yes, I am also ready. If you are giving me nectar, I am also ready. So Vasuki now was bought, put around the pahad, around the Mandarachal Parvat, and the churning started. So before the churning starts, there is always, कोई भी चीज शुरू होने के पहले थोड़ा तो प्रॉब्लम आना है ना. घर में का अगर कोई फंक्शन हो, शादी ब्याह हो, तो कोई ना कोई आके थोड़ा वो तो घर पे थोड़ा नाटक तो करके जाता है, नहीं तो वो अपना प्रेजेंस मालूम कैसा पड़े आपको कि भाई मैं आया हूँ. तो जैसे जानबूझ के भगवान इन अजित अवतार, लॉर्ड इन दिस लीला डज द अजित अवतार. तो ही केम इन द अजित अवतार एंड ही कैरीड द फ्रंट पोर्शन ऑफ द स्नेक, द हेड पोर्शन ऑफ द स्नेक. ही वॉज फॉलोड बाय द देवतास. डेफिनेटली वो जहाँ पे रहेंगे देवतास भी वहीं पे रहेंगे. असुर बोले, हैं हम लोग ने इतना शास्त्र पढ़ा है, हम लोग इतने ज्ञानी हैं और इतने पावरफुल हैं, इतने डोले वोले बनाए, डोले शोले बनाए हम लोगों ने नॉनवेज वॉनवेज खा के, तो हम लोग तो राक्षस हैं, ऐसे थोड़ी बने हम लोग. और हम टेल पार्ट, द लो बैक पार्ट ऑफ द स्नेक उठाएंगे क्या? इट इज बियॉन्ड बिलो आवर डिग्निटी टू कैरी होल्ड द लोअर पोर्शन ऑफ द टेल पोर्शन ऑफ द स्नेक. इमीडिएटली लॉर्ड सेड, अच्छा ठीक है, आप आ जाओ, आप आके हेड पार्ट पकड़ो, वी विल कैरी द टेल पार्ट. सो इमीडिएटली देवतास फॉलोड विष्णु. Vishnu went and carried the tail part. What is the reason behind this? Can anyone tell me? बोलो माता जी, बोलिए माता जी. यस निकिता माता जी बोलो.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. ओके, वो वासुकी स्नेक वो पॉइजन एमिन करता था. सो Lord Vishnu wanted that devatas only should hold the tail, but this was just a chalaki he did, wherein he took the mouse. And
what does this depict?
That they will be
what does this
no,
what does this depict? My point is, what does this depict? Okay, Hemangi Mataji, tell me.
No, not clear.
No problem. Yes, हेमांगी माता जी आपने अनम्यूट किया था, बोलिए.
प्रभु जी, वो सारे जो डेमी गॉड्स थे भगवान विष्णु की शरण में
Prabhuji,
थे,
can I
तो
try?
भगवान
No. That is what is
Prabhuji,
not
can I
being.
try?
One
Can I
minute,
try?
one second. आप जो बोल रहे हैं शरण में आना, विष्णु के शरण, that is not the point. भगवान ने ऐसे क्यों किया? That you have to understand here. Yes, Rakhi Mata ji. Yes, Rakhi Mata ji.
What I feel is, because we say that Krishna Bhagwan is Teda. Like if you are one time Teda, Krishna Bhagwan is
No. Not that.
Chalak types, that ways too. Because
No. Yes, Raghav, Madhav.
Prabhuji, I think that Lord wanted to show that we should not, हम लोग वो demons को क्या करना था कि जो demigod कर रहे हैं उनको वो करना था. Means like it's like they were jealous of some envious kind of
You're close.
attitude. So Lord wanted to depict that one should always think before doing anything and not be in the state of envy and
No. You are close, but you're very, very close, Madhav, but you're not giving me the answer. No problem. Mudit, yes, tell me first.
Prabhuji, the whole thing was that demons are in the some low quality of Tamogan when at least the gods are little higher.
Yes.
So he wanted to protect the
no,
higher.
he didn't want to protect. He
at least
just wanted to show how a Tamoguni or a demon behaves, how much ego he has got. How much of ego he has got that he wants to just show himself that it is below my dignity. False ego, which is coming out in a Tamoguni person. Yes, what you said is Tamoguni person is very right. But he wanted to show, he didn't want to give any protection here. As it is, the whole Leela was taking place under his guidance, under his nose. So there is no question of any protection or anything, because he is in control. He was in charge of everything. You have to understand this, very important. He just wanted to show how the egoistic asuras are. And sorry to say, today we see also the society is filled with this attitude. हाँ, तुम्हारे पास गाड़ी है? कल सुबह मेरे घर के बाहर गाड़ी खड़ी रही, तुझसे बड़ी गाड़ी मेरे घर के बाहर खड़ी रही. तूने घर लिया? आज तो लोग, अरे तूने दूसरी शादी की, मैं भी कर लेता हूं. ऐसी होड़ लगी हुई है. This is the asura mentality. Only asura can think like that. And it is very, very below dignity to have a very comparative way of living a life and thinking that I want the best. You are always putting the word I. Whenever you put the word I, main, aham, you are dead. You are asking for disaster. So Lord wanted to show the whole world, see how the demons are. He knew the demons are going to come and fight. He knew very well that demons are going to come and fight and ask for, nahin, hum kaisa, we will hold the tail, we will hold the head portion. Who are we? So great personalities. Mind you, even the demigods were not in a great personalities. Even they were also having some, ulterior motive, or they wanted some personal benefit. That is why they were doing it. They were not doing it out of any love and affection for the Lord or for anything. No devotion involved. It is a pure business which is happening here. But Lord is showing his great powers in this. So when the hissing happened, and yes, very rightly mentioned by Mataji, what happened was when the churning started, बोलते हैं ना, मेहनत जब शुरू होता है, बड़ी बड़ी गर्म सांसें बाहर निकलती है. और वासुकी के मुंह से इतना बड़ा मंदराचल पर्वत, thousands and thousands of yojan long मंदराचल पर्वत, when it is being churned, क्या होने वाला है? Definitely the Vasuki snake is going to be pushed beyond his limits. And he started blowing fire from his mouth. And कौन जल रहा था उस आग से? उस सांप के मुंह से निकलता हुआ विष से? The demons. They didn't think of that. They were only worried about their ego, their position, and what torture they are undergoing, they did not realize. They must, even if they were undergoing the torture, they said, it is not a problem for me to undergo the torture, but still, I will hold the head part, you hold the tail part. The head portion will be held by me. That is what an asura's feeling is. He doesn't realize that there is a supreme lord in your life who is doing things for your own good. When Lord gives you something and you want something more, what do? You leave God and you start doing it your own way. What does this mean? This only means you want to keep in control of things. You are forgetting that there is a supreme controller who is taking care of this. Thus, the Samudra Manthan Leela was about to start. And immediately the first churning took place. And what happened? The whole Parvat just sank down because it didn't have a proper base. कहते हैं ना, बर्तन में, घर में बर्तन होता है तो नीचे बेस होता है, तो आप दही मत सकते हो ऊपर बैठ के उसको. बट यहाँ पे तो कोई बेस था ही नहीं, सब दलदल था समुद्र अपना क्षीर सागर में. So everything sank down. Immediately what would they, everyone was looking here and there. अब क्या, what next? अब solution तो हीरो तो एक ही है, वो है विष्णु. तो अजित अवतार में उन्होंने क्या किया? Immediately went down below the water and took the Kurma avatar, the tortoise form, and took the entire Parvata. कितना बड़ा tortoise हुआ रहेगा, just imagine. It was huge, massive tortoise, and that tortoise just came down and lifted that mountain on his back, making sure that the mountain doesn't. And mind you, इतना बड़ा पर्वत उठाया है उन्होंने अपने पीठ पे. No, tortoise got a very hard shell, no? And the hard shell, that mountain is there. And he asked the Devatas and the Asurs, okay, you churn. So they were churning. So suddenly the mountain started slipping on the side because the tortoise is always having a curvish back. Shell जो होता है उसका curved shape में रहता है. The mountain started slipping. So immediately Lord took the Ajita form and went and sat on over the top of the mountain, holding it with his 1,000 hands and making sure that the churning rod is in position. So now that the rod was sitting above the mountain, Lord was sitting below the mountain, and he was giving the Rajogun power into the Asuras and the Satoguna power in the Devatas so that they can properly churn it. थोड़ा churning किया, पुस, देवता भी थक गए, असुर भी थक गए. Lord said, okay, no problem, I'll do it. आखिर मेरी पत्नी का सवाल है, मेरी पत्नी अंदर है, मुझे अपनी पत्नी चाहिए. तो उन्होंने दोनों हाथों से दोनों end of the snake लिया and he started churning like Yashoda Maiya was churning the butter. For the butter, the curd, he was churning the entire Mandrachal Parvat. So what did he want to show? I am above the mountain, I am below the mountain, I got the mountain, and I am churning the mountain. What you people are doing? Nothing. And the same thing happens in our life. We say, I am doing it, I am doing it, I have done it. You have not done anything. You cannot do anything. You have no capacity to do anything. You know, a person can get paralysis just by one nerve getting pulled. Thousands of nerves are there in our body, but one nerve gets pulled and a person becomes paralyzed. His powerful hands become useless. Muhammad Ali used to say, I am the greatest. What did he used to say? Best boxer, huh? One of the world-renowned Olympic boxer, Muhammad Ali. So many matches he won. There's nobody who could stand in front of him. And he used to always say, I am the greatest. And when he got Parkinson disease, Parkinson disease is such a disease, a person cannot hold a cup of milk also. He could not hold a cup of tea, cup of milk also in his hand. It was shaking. It used to shake. So, such a bad disease. That time he said, I am the greatest fool. He realized that he was not the greatest, he was the greatest fool. So we all have got some powers. Some people may be having nice beauty, some people may be having some money, some people may be having name, fame, recognition, good social surroundings, social friends. But what is the use? Everything is a big waste. Everything is because of the Lord, it is there. So Lord was trying to prove this entire Leela, I am doing it. You all are just spectators taking part, doing some 12th man role you're doing. That's all. What does the 12th man do? Get the bat for the batsman, get some water to the batsman or the playing team, or worst come worst, what does he does? During the drinks break, he comes and massages his teammates. That's all they can do. So all the devatas and the asuras were like that. The actual hero was none other than Krishna or Vishnu over there. So with that, the churning was started. Various things were to come. But what was the first thing which came? कौन सा चीज पहले आया? Yes, tell me.
Prabhuji, the cow.
Cow, very nice. और क्या आया बाहर पहले?
Halahal.
हाँ?
Halahal wish.
Yes, halahal wish. Zahar आया बाहर. And supposed to be Kalkut. The halal wish is so bad. This flavor, the smell of the wish is itself killing. Forget about the wish. The smell of the wish, the vapors of the wish is enough to kill. And that wish was coming out. हमेशा जिंदगी में आप जब भी कुछ कार्य करोगे ना, failures पहला आता है. And failure is the first wish you should be ready to drink. So ये wish आया, तो सब लोग देखने लगे क्या करें. भगवान ने बोला जाओ शिव जी के पास जाओ. शिव जी कैन ओनली सेव यू. तुरंत भाग के गए शिव जी के पास. अरे महादेव बचाओ हमको बचाओ. तो महादेव ने बोला क्या हो गया? बोला ऐसे हम लोग ने समुद्र मंथन किया और उसमें से विष निकला है, हलाहल विष निकला है, एंड वी डोंट नो, एवरीवन इज falling unconscious and dying because of it. Please come and save us. So Lord, why did he send him to Shiva? Because Lord knew who is capable of what. Immediately, what did Shiva do? Shiva went and asked to his wife, ऐसे ऐसे विष निकला है, मैं जाऊं क्या? आचार्यगण कहते हैं जब भी आदमी को जहर पीने का रहता है अपनी पत्नी को पूछना चाहिए, हाँ भाई जहर पीने जा रहा हूँ, और पत्नी क्या बोलेगी? अच्छा है आप पीने जा रहे हो, नहीं तो मैं ही पिलाने वाली थी आपको. अच्छा है पीने जा रहे हो. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. जस्ट अ जोक. It's like that. That is what a dharma patni is. What is the meaning of a dharma patni? पति को जो धर्म में रखे वो धर्म पत्नी है. A person has to share everything with his wife, provided he is like Shiva, then he can treat his wife like Parvati. But today's date, neither the pati is like Shivji and neither the patni is like Parvati. Both are living their own sense gratification world. That is a tragedy. So Shivji told Parvati. Parvati said, don't worry. She knew the powers of Shivji, how strong he is. She said, if it is for Jan Kalyan, it is for the well-being of everyone, and if it is the order of the Lord, please go ahead with it. So Lord went, Shivji went, took the wish in his hand, drank it. And what did he do? He had the power to stop it near his throat. And यहीं गले पे एक blue color का band बन गया, एक stripe बन गया, and it stayed there itself. It did not go below. And that is why Lord is called as Neelkant. नीलकंठ क्यों कहा जाता है? क्योंकि उनका कंठ जो है, दैट इज नेक पे, the whole poison is standing there, and because of the poison it became blue. So my question here is, when Lord was able to take the Kurma avatar, take the Ajit avatar and sit on that, take the Kurma avatar and balance the thing, use Garuda to transport the Mandarachal Parvat, when he could do so many things, why did he bring in Shivji in the picture? Yes, fast, time is going fast.
May I, Prabhuji?
1 minute. Mudit wants to answer first. He has raised his hand without
Prabhuji,
starting his video.
now I
Mudit,
can
next
start, Prabhuji.
Sunday I'm going to shoot you, huh? If you are not going to get ready before 11 and sit on front of the camera, I'm going to shoot you. And the
Okay,
first
Prabhuji.
in the history, it will be the first time Guru shooting the student.
I'll accept that bullet also, Prabhuji.
I mean it. Yes,
No,
tell
that
me.
is ready. Okay, Prabhuji, because he wanted to show that he wanted to promote his devotees.
Promote his devotee. Okay, very good. What else?
And yeah.
Okay. Yes, Rajesh Prabhu, you can add.
Perfect, Prabhuji. Wanted to glorify his devotees.
Let's see what Priya Singh remembers from my last class. Yes, Singh.
Prabhuji, the devotees of the Lord don't need Amrit to.
सब लोग एक एक मेमोरी चिप ले लो प्रिया सिंह माता जी से. This is what is you people evaporate. Rate of evaporation is very fast. Lord clearly wanted to show who is Shivji. He is a Param Vaishnav, always glorifying the name of Lord Ramchandra ji, always chanting the name of Lord Ramchandra ji. And what did he want to show in that? See, one who chants the name of the Lord, you demigods want Amrit. And Shivji is, without drinking Amrit, he is eternal. तुम लोग को तो अमृत पी के eternal बनना है ना. You all have to drink that Amrit to become eternal. But see, Shivji, just by chanting my name, just by glorifying my name, he has become Amar. That wish will not affect him. Only a Vaishnava has the capacity to take the wish and hold it in his neck. No other person has got the capacity to hold it in his neck. So Lord wanted to show the greatness of Shivji. आप लोग तो अमृत पी के अमर बनने वाले हो. शिवजी तो बिना अमृत पिए विष पी के भी अमर हैं. He wanted to prove that. And last but not the least, one more important point. Lord always glorifies his devotee as and when he gets a chance. So after Shivji drank, some of the poison from his hands fell down, a few droplets fell down, which was drunk and eaten by snakes, scorpions, and other deadly insects. Finally, the Samudra Manthan started, and then yes, Surbi cow, Airavat Parvat, Airavat Hathi, then what do you say? Uchrishava Ghoda, which was given to Bali Maharaj. Parijat tree came, which was given to Indra. So various things came and they were distributed. Kabhi isko, kabhi usko, ye party ko, kabhi wo party ko. Kaustubh Mani bhi aaya. And end mein Lakshmi ji came out. After Abhishek, the Swayamvar took place. Everyone were looking at Lakshmi ji with a charming desire that she will put the garland on their neck. But finally, Lakshmi was very focused. She put her garland on the neck of Vishnu. Finally, churning continued. Goal abhi tak reach nahi hua tha. And finally, Dhanvantri came with a pot of nectar. And jaise nectar mila, pehle mein झगड़ा चालू. ऐसे होता है ना, महागठबंधन में ऐसे होता है ना. जैसे पावर में आ जाते हैं व्यक्ति क्या करता है, अब मेरा कुर्सी कौन सा है, मेरा पोर्टफोलियो कौन सा है, और वहां झगड़ा चालू हो जाता है, मी फर्स्ट, मी फर्स्ट. The nectar was pot was snatched by the devatas. I'm sorry, the asuras. And asuras में भी fight चालू हो गया. And how did that fight happen? Krishna started that fight. Vishnu said, अच्छा, अब इनके अंदर ही मैं फूट गिराता हूँ. और कैसे करेंगे? अगर आपस में वो लोग झगड़ा नहीं करेंगे तो कैसे होगा? तो कृष्णा, being the Paramatma, created a fight in their heart. He said, yes, yes, yes. Now fight. And what is a fight? The weaker demons, असुरों में भी weaker and stronger होते हैं ना. चोरों में भी चोर होता है, डॉन होता है. डॉन भी डॉन है, वो भी चोर है. छोटा आदमी भी चोर है, मगर फर्क क्या है? वो बड़ा डॉन है, बड़ा चोर है. चोर कम चोरी किया है वो. There's a very nice proverb. You kill a few, you're called a murderer. You kill many, you're called a dictator. But दोनों खूनी है. But it is said, you save one, you're called a savior. So, Lord was quietly watching their fight and instigating the heart. The smaller demons say, नहीं नहीं, हमको तत्व से रहना है. हम लोग एक काम करते हैं, सारे देवताओं को आधा पोषण दे देंगे, आधा पोषण हम पिएंगे. और वो भी starting from the weaker demons to the stronger demons, to make sure that the stronger demons get less and the weaker demons get more. So इस तरह से झगड़ा अंदर, it was nobody. No, this is what happens with a person in a mode of ignorance. नेक्टर आया है, झगड़ा करना है या पीना है, बस वो छोड़ के झगड़ा करेंगे. They are busy fighting. Finally, when the fight came to a position that like एक दूसरे का खून पीने का ऐसा आ गए, देवतास were wondering, हमारा तो नंबर लगने वाला ही नहीं है, अभी हम क्या करेंगे. Immediately Vishnu came in the form of Mohini, beautiful, charming lady. And in that Mohini avatar, she was just, and as a lady, she was just playing with the ball and showing her beauty, showing her curves and beauty. And the minute Asuras saw this lady, they were all gone bonkers. They all looked at her and said, wow, you are the most beautiful lady. Are you some Devi? Are you some Apsara? What are you? So fantastic. And then said, they came to such an extent that that's how an ignorant person is. The minute his weaknesses are 4 regulative principles, breaking is his weakness, illicit sex, gambling, intoxication. These are the things which generally people want. Immediately they saw that this Mohini avatar, this female, was so beautiful. They said, you are very nice. You only distribute this. God has sent you. You only distribute this. They said, how can you trust a woman like me? You don't know me. आगे पीछे आप मुझे जानते नहीं हो. आप मुझ पे भरोसा कैसे कर सकते हो? तो असुर बोले, no problem. You are so beautiful. You can never do anything wrong. तो ठीक है, अगर आप मुझे दे रहे हो नेक्टर का पॉट, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट उसमें कंडीशन है, मैं जो करूंगी उसको आपको स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा. यस, वी आर अग्रीड. सो व्हाट डज दिस मीन? व्हेन वी सरेंडर टू माया देवी, जैसा माया देवी नचाती है, हम लोग नाचने को तैयार होते हैं. ये असुरा का मेंटालिटी है. व्हाई? बिकॉज ही सरेंडर्स इनटू फ्रंट ऑफ his weakness. Finally, plan was done. Okay, I will distribute it equally to both of you all, but whom I will give first and whom I will give last is my decision. You have to abide. And since the asuras could not fight against a woman, they said, yes, we will. You agreed. Finally, both asuras and devatas went and took bath, wore new clothes, and it is said they did some Havan rituals also. And after that, 2 lines were made, Asuras and Devatas. First, Mohini went with the pot to the Asuras. And there she started talking to them sweet words. Any lady speaks sweet, the Asuras get enchanted. Wow, wow, kya bol rahi hai? Wow, wow. Very nice. Sweet words. बहुत अच्छा आ रहा है, मजा आ रहा है. So she's Mohini Avatar started speaking sweet words to the asuras. And then she said, ठीक है, ऊपर का पतला माल उनको पिला देती हूँ, आपको गाढ़ा पीछे का एक हेवी माल थोड़ा थोड़ा उनको पिला के भगा देती हूँ देवताओं को. बाद में आप लोगों का पूरा पॉट इज योर्स, यू मी एंड हम आप और नेक्टर. समझ रहे हो ना? This is how an asura thinks. So Mohini Avatar came to the Devata section and started feeding them little by little. But one asura, Rahu, he was very smart, intelligent. He saw जिस तरीके से क्वांटिटी उनको पिलाई जा रही है, हमको हमारे यहाँ तो कुछ बचेगा ही नहीं. कब चुप he went in the hidingly in the form of देवता, उस ड्रेस में, देवता का ड्रेस में, देवता का डिस्गाइज में वो वहां जाके वो लाइन पे बैठ गया और जैसे अमृत मिला पी लिया. बट जैसे पिया, सूर्य एंड चंद्र immediately identified, hey, they are from the enemy party, catch them. When Mohini Avatar saw that she is a Rakshasa sitting in the line of Devatas, immediately he sent the Sudarshan Chakra and cut off his head. But by that time, the Amrita had gone up to this point. So this part remained, but the lower part of the body went off. But this remained alive. That is why do bar on full moon and on no moon, that is on Amavasya and Purnima, 2 times you keep on getting a black moon. And last but not the least, you also get Grahan, Chandra Grahan. Sometimes the shadow, sometimes the Lord eating away the entire moon, but it goes from the mouth and comes out from here. So they are eternal enemies. Sun and moon are eternal enemies for Rahu. And now he has come in the category of Devatas. So nevertheless, and Lord completed the entire Leela, finishing giving the last drop to the Devatas and then said, okay, bye-bye. He called his chauffeur, Garuda, sat on his back and left for Vaikuntha. His job was done. And then there was a big fight between the Asuras and Devatas. Definitely now that the Devatas have drunk nectar, they won the war. Finally, this entire Leela shows one very important, there's an important verse in Bhagavatam. I'm not reading the verse, already late, but I'm trying to read the translation, which is very, very important. And we have to understand something from this. The place, the time, the cause, the purpose, the activity, and the ambitions, all the same for both the demigods and the asuras. जगह भी कॉमन था, समुद्र मंथन के लिए वही क्षीर सागर ही जगह था. पर्पस, एक्टिविटी, दोनों ने एक ही काम किया, दोनों ने समुद्र मंथन किया, दोनों ने खींचा, इसने भी खींचा, उसने भी खींचा. एम्बिशन, इच्छा भी एक ही थी भाई, किसी भी तरह अमृत मिल जाए. ये सब कॉमन था दोनों के बीच में, देवताओं के बीच में और असुरों के बीच में. One resulted, but the demigods achieved the results, but the demons did not achieve the results. Why? Because the demigods were always under the shelter of the Lord. Activity आप कुछ भी कर लो, if you don't take the shelter of the Lord, you will not be successful. So the demigods were always in the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they could not very easily drink the nectar and get the result. The demons, however, not having sought the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, were unable to achieve the result as they desired. काम करने का हेतु क्लियर था, काम करने का मकसद वही था, मेहनत दोनों ने उतना ही किया, जगह भी वही था. ऐसा नहीं कि भाई उनके लिए एसी रूम था और इनके लिए नॉन एसी रूम था. एक ही कंडीशंस में सब लोग ने, सब मतलब असुर और सुर दोनों ने एक ही जगह पे, एक ही कंडीशन पे, एक ही मेहनत किया. बट स्टिल व्हाट वाज द डिफरेंस? One had taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, hence they could get the result. The other did not take the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. so they could not get the result. So with this, you have to understand that whatever may be your endurance, the focus should be correct and it should be as per the Shastra. And last but not the least, with the blessing of the Lord, or taking the blessings of the Lord, or accepting the shelter of the Lord's feet. If you do any activity, you'll definitely win. Okay, with this, I'd like to conclude today's Samudra Manthan Leela. I hope it was useful to all of you all. Anybody has got any doubts, questions, can ask. Yes, Mudit.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Video.
I have a question, Prabhuji. Now, you've always said that Indra is a post. Every demigod is a post.
Yes.
If that person's on that post has had Amrit, then he will live forever. Then how will the post change?
First and foremost, you have to understand Amrit means it increases the longevity of the life. It never makes you permanent.
Okay.
It only increases the longevity of the life
But
of
then
a
if
person.
someone kills you, then you won't die with it.
So for example, when you go, did you take the vaccine?
No.
No. You know, I've seen people posting their photographs after taking vaccine.
Yeah.
How do they post it? As if now they are Amar now.
Yeah.
As if they got Amrita and now they are going to be eternal. है ना? एक वी फोटो दिखा के ऐसा वी जैसे हम लोग अभी अमर हो गए, हम लोग अभी मरने वाले नहीं है. अरे भाई, आप कोरोना से बच सकते हैं, बाहर निकल के रोड एक्सीडेंट होके भी आप मर सकते हो. Getting the point? So what does this show? That even up to the Brahma Loka, everyone is subjected to death. The lifespan of everything varies. For example, a dog's lifespan may be 13-15 years. That's what I guess. 12-15 years. I don't know exactly, but I guess it's a short lifespan, not a very long lifespan. So if a dog comes and tells, oh, you know, you see this 80-year-old man, grandfather of this house, he was present when my great grandfather was alive. Because in man's one lifetime, he can see then 3 or 4 generations of a famed family of dog. So what would they say? अरे हमारा दादाजी के टाइम से जिंदा है. So for him, that longevity of life is a big factor for the dog. So similarly for us, we see Brahma's long life. My God, 3 lakh trillion, 40 billion years. 311 trillions, 40 billion years, the lifespan of Brahma. Oh, that's huge. But one insect which gets up in the morning and dies in the evening, he will say, Arre, the man himself is living like Brahma. He's living for 80 years and 100 years. For me, one life is morning, I take birth, and in the evening, I die. In his calculation, with a human calculation, I can die in 12 hours. So this is how you have to understand that. Amrita means doesn't make you lifelong alive. It only elongates your, pushes your, expands your life period of existence. That's all. That's all. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes. Anybody else got any other doubts, questions?
Prabhuji, I have a question, Darshan.
Yes, Prabhu.
It's not regarding this, it's regarding the first thing where you said you'll be starting Bhagavad Gita. For that, you have to give some.
Yeah, I'll come back to that. Just 2 minutes afterwards. Let me complete this. Right now, we are in the flow of this. Just hold on. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Yes, somebody else had unmuted.
Prabhuji, if demigods knows that in whatever planets they are living, heavenly planets, that is also a dukhale. So why they want the nectar? Why they don't want to come out of it and go back to Godhead?
Mataji, a few minutes before I said, you just chant 12 rounds. Now you also got the knowledge. But still, are you ready for it? What to talk about demigods? What to talk about demigods? We are educated people, so-called educated, logic-seeking people. We are also aware of the fact that this is दुखालय. यहाँ पे कुछ सुख मिलने वाला नहीं है. जितना जल्दी हो जाओ, भगवान के शरण में चले जाओ. Let's get out of the cycle of birth and death. Everything we know very well. But still, when I ask you to chant a little more rounds, you say, प्रभु जी आप मेरा kidneys मांग लो, मैं वो दे दूंगा, but ये नहीं कर सकता हूँ. It is like that. Isn't it, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, I got the answer.
So we don't have to go to the Brahma Loka. We ourselves are like that. What to talk about them? Let this corona get over. Let there be some nice marriage party in your house. You know, someone relative getting married. So, Prabhuji, sorry, this Sunday I cannot come. I got important work. I have to go and attend this marriage function. I have to go to dance and show off my jewelry and show off my new sari. And I have to go to, go to the parlor to make myself more beautiful as if you're ugly. So this is what we are. When you see, the problem is when we all get a chance, sense gratification is so much imbibed in our selves that when we get a chance, we immediately go over there and start sense gratification. सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन बंद है तो मजबूरी है. मॉल नहीं खुल रहे हैं, मॉल नहीं खुल रहे हैं, क्या होगा मॉल्स का, क्या होगा मॉल्स का, हो ना हो आपका क्या होगा. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. इट इज लाइक दैट. Yes. Anybody else has got any other questions, doubts? Okay, Deepali. Sorry, Priya.